Hey everyone, it's Suey here. I'm doing a tag today called Rock On Rap Songs Book Tag. I was tagged by Stuart Griffin, and this one was originally created by Nicole's Bookish Nook. And I guess she's got several tags that follow a music theme for different genres of music. And this is one that Stuart did and tagged me in that highlights rock and rap songs. There are several songs here that lend themselves to a certain prompt. And I've tried to come up with a book that fits these prompts. First one is a fiction or nonfiction book about an orphanage, a poor family, or an orphan. So there's lots of choices for this one, but the first one that came to my mind was When We Were Yours by Lisa Wingate, which is not necessarily about an orphanage, but sort of about an orphanage, because the kids end up in an orphanage style home, but they've been stolen. They haven't really actually lost their parents. They've been stolen from their parents. This book is based on a true story where these people stole all these kids and then sold them to rich people. It goes back and forth between the past and the present, and in the present, our main character is trying to unearth the story. So I thought of those kids because they were stolen from their family and ended up in this terrible orphanage type of place. So, but there's so many great orphan books out there, you know, Charles Dickens, all his books. Anyway, number 2. Favorite book of yours that blends genres. So my favorite book to highlight as an example of genre blending is Piranesi by Susanna Clarke, because I seriously have no idea what genre that book is. We've got a little mythology, and we've got a little magic realism. We have some mystery, and I can't remember what else, but I'm going to be rereading this one soon for book club, so I'm excited to experience that book all over again. And maybe I will make a list of all the genres I feel like it could be, because there's a lot of them. Number 3 is now lose it. Just lose it. A book that you think is funny or ridiculous in a bad way. So I had to really think about this one. Ridiculous in a bad way. I've read a few ridiculous ones lately, I feel like, but I looked back on my Goodreads list and found a book that I gave a 1-star to called Totally Awkward Love Story by Tom Allen and Lucy Iveson. I printed up my review that I wrote on my blog because I thought it was funny. I feel like this particular theme in stories and in books is usually when I will give something a 1-star and find it ridiculous. This is told from the point of view of 2 kids, a boy and a girl. The authors each have 1 character, which is usually pretty fun. Usually, I said, usually. And all they really want to do is lose their virginity before college starts. It doesn't really matter how or with who, just that it happens. So I was hoping that these 2 would actually fall in love and then realize there's more to a relationship than that. So that's why I kept reading. Despite the crudeness, the cursing, the drugs, the drinking, the bad choices, the stupid behavior, the cliche parties, and etc. I kept reading because I wanted to see them truly fall in love, and I wanted to see a different side of them. But nothing ever really developed. Ridiculous and so disappointing. And I bought that book because it looked cute, and it was absolutely not. And it's sad to relive that moment in my life because I remember being so disappointed by it. Number 4. A book that shocked you in a good or bad way. The book that always comes to mind when I think of shocking is Blindness by Jose Saramago. You know, I don't really remember the details of this book because I think I've blocked it from my brain, but it shocked me. The crap and stuff that happened in this book was really hard and disturbing. So yeah, I always think of that. The experience of reading that book was really crazy. So I would say shocked me in a bad way. It's a great book though. I mean, as far as like just blah, like crazy stuff, but it was disturbing and shocking. All right, number 5. Welcome to the jungle, what we bring it to you. book about LA or a book that takes place in or around LA. So one that I just recently read a few months ago is called The Way You Make Me Feel by Maureen Gu. And I enjoyed this book for many reasons, but one of them was because it takes place in a lot of familiar places in LA that I have recently been to and could totally picture in my head. And so I really enjoyed that. A lot of fun little YA books that I've read that take place in LA, actually. I'm just thinking about all the other books. Okay, there's lots of fun ones. Okay, number 6. Your favorite romance book, or if you do not read romance, your favorite couple in any book. Well, I have a ton of favorite couples. We should do that one for a video all on its own. But my go-to favorite romance book is always Pride and Prejudice, and as is my favorite couple, I should say also too. So there you go. I know that's kind of a cop-out because I just can't choose between all the other books with romance in them that I enjoy. So I'll take the easy one and say Pride and Prejudice this time. 7.
You gotta fight for your right!
A book centered around a celebration. So I was going through my list. The Unwedding by Ali Condi popped up, and that book is centered around what is supposed to be a wedding that does not take place. So I thought I would share that one. Number 8.
I'm a fire starter, twisted fire starter.
A book that has fire in the title or has an orange or red cover. So I Googled fire, and I am saying for my book that has fire in the title, Catching Fire by Suzanne Collins, the number two book in the Hunger Games series. I also thought of Fire by Kristen Cashore, but Catching Fire is my official answer. And then number 9.
Sit down.
Fiction or nonfiction book that left you stunned at the audacity of the main character or the writer. This one I could not think of a book for. The audacity of the main character. I feel like that's the main character that made me crazy because they were just so arrogant or something. I can't think of one. Do I have anything? The audacity. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know I have an answer for that one. So I will just skip that one for now. Watch me think of something later on and wish I would have thought of it right now. Then I'm supposed to tag people. See, I can't think of tags off the top of my head. So I will just, when I'm editing this time, instead of copying out and just say it's for anybody, which it is for anybody. Anybody who wants to do it can do this. I will scroll a few people that I tag and tag them in the description. Okay, that's my book tag for the day or the week. I have no idea when I'll put this up. It could be a Tuesday, it could be a different day. And I have a couple other tags that I am kind of working on, but they are taking me a little bit of time to figure out. So stay tuned for those. In the meantime, happy reading. Bye!